everyone, welcome to another episode with Vogue a la mode. Welcome back. I'm super excited for this new series that I'm going to be doing. It's starting your own fashion business, how to do that, the essentials that you may need, and just everything that you're going to need to start your own fashion business. So today we're going to be starting off with the intro on this user manual #1 fashion guide to how to start your own business. And I'm just really excited about this manual, and I'm just gonna get into explaining kind of what it is, what it's about, how much it is, where you can get it, and things like that. So just stay tuned and welcome to how to start your own fashion business. All right guys, so here is the manual right here, the holy grail, the everything that you need all in one. Here it is right here. Okay, this book is called the Fashion Business Manual, and it is by Fashionary. So I actually heard about Fashionary a few years ago when they released their first Fashionpedia, and that was, I believe, in like 2017, like early 2017 maybe, and it was through Instagram. So I was like, that was when I first started my business. So I was like, you know, let me just kind of tap into the world just a little bit more before I started spending money on things that I don't know if it's going to help me or not. But I cracked down, and when they made this book, this was actually copywritten in 2018, early 2018. A lot of pre-orders went out for people to buy this book, and they bought it early because they knew it was going to be such a hit because the first one was amazing. So this one is strictly for fashion business. And if you guys don't know, I'm actually studying to get my master's right now in fashion marketing. So this is like a whole nother ordeal. My degree is teaching me how to properly run my fashion business through marketing, and that's just something that I'm just really passionate about, and that's something that I've wanted to do for a while after starting my business. I really wanted to focus on the fashion business side instead of like the design side. I knew that part would come, but a lot of people kind of negate the business side, and you really have to have a business savvy urge to learn and to absorb all the information that you possibly can while going into your fashion business, or any business for that matter. So this right here, again, is called the Fashion Business Manual, and again, it's by Fashionary. When you purchase the book, you do get this bookmark, and on the back it has this really awesome quote. It goes, "An entrepreneur is a balance of knowledge, hard work, creativity, and a little luck, and a little Jesus." Okay, hashtag Fashionary. So I'm gonna actually post all of their links and things like that below, so you guys can go ahead and just purchase yours yourself. And when I tell you, like, this book is like everything that you would possibly need. It does have a certain percentage of every type of element that you would need in a fashion business, and I'll kind of explain that just a little bit. I can say that I cracked open this book just a little bit, but as you learn, I'm learning as well, and as the series progresses, I am definitely going to be focusing more on what this book is like teaching and things like that. As far as branding, we're gonna go through branding, we're gonna go through marketing, we're gonna go through retailing, different forms that you would need. We're just gonna go through everything in this series, and this book is gonna be kind of like our user manual, our class textbook for this series. So again, this is an illustrated guide to building a fashion brand. So it's very visionary. So most industry specific people that are in fashion love visionary things. We're visual learners. We love to have a lot of elements of, you know, like popping illustrations and things like that that will try to help us to kind of, you know, have a guide. So that's what this book does. And I'm just going to read the percentages that it offers for fashion. Okay, so it's 12% branding, 24% production, 8% wholesaling, 19% marketing, 22% retailing, and 14% startup. Okay, it's easy to read, visual learning, paragraphs breakdown, comprehensive context, and it says don't burn. So I definitely won't be burning this. I mean, this is like the holy grail. So the tag is really like aesthetic. If you guys can see, the front of the book is supposed to look like a tag because it has all the like do not wash, do not dry, easy to read, like photography type of illustration type of things on it. So they got really creative with this. The feel of the front is like a hardcover texture, and it feels really nice. It's some fabric that they put over the top of the front of the book. So awesome. The pages are black. They're kind of edge stained in black. And then the back of the book looks like this. This is a part that you can actually take off and remove. But I kind of wanted to keep it on for the video's sake to kind of explain a little bit about the book. So I'm just going to read a little bit. This is not your traditional business book. So this is not something that you will find in school. For me, example, this is totally different from the textbooks that I have to read and I have to do papers on and things like that. So this is not your traditional business book. The Fashion Business Manual is the world's first visual manual for fashion business, strictly fashion business. It covers business topics including branding, production, marketing, and retailing in an easy read visual format. Unlike traditional business books which emphasize philosophy and theory, this book focuses on the practical business skill set needed to survive in the fashion world. Okay, and this book kind of acts as your fashion mentor. So if you're lacking in that area, or if you feel like you just, I'm like a sponge and I just want to absorb as much information as I possibly can. So this book is acting as another mentor for me to be able to really thrive in the industry. Okay. So it says you're a business mentor, how to analyze your brand, how to find the right factory, how to control quality, how to set prices, how to negotiate sales terms, how to perfect your sales technique, okay? This manual aims to serve as your very own mentor, reducing the mistakes you make along the way. It is also the perfect tool for improving your skills across a range of business areas, okay? And it also, one of my favorite parts about the book is the forms section, and you can kind of see on the back just a little bit. And like I said, I'm going to link all their stuff below. Fashionary, fashionary.org. I'm going to link all of that, and we're going to talk prices in a minute as well. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this back piece off. So in the very back of the book, there is a form section. I'm just going to show you guys. It says form section, right? So this has all the forms that you would possibly need during your fashion career and building your fashion business. Now, I must say that this is not just strictly design. Their other book, Fashionpedia, I believe, it was strictly for like designers and kind of showing the difference between textiles and things like that. This does tap into that a little bit, but it's strictly for the fashion business side. So the things that you would need to know, okay, in terms of a fashion business. I don't care if you're a designer, an illustrator, a fashion journalist, a fashion trend specialist. Like, I really don't care. Like, you need to know the business side of things, because when you're going into your own business, or as you're working for somebody else's business before you know, create your own, you need to know how the logistics go, okay? And this makes you also a little bit more credible as a credible source that knows what they're doing, okay? So people can take you more serious in the fashion world, because a lot of people kind of lack that, and they think fashion is all design, which is so far from the truth. Like, countless times I've had to explain what fashion marketing is, and I'm just like, it's marketing just in fashion. Like, I can market a business, but I would rather market a fashion business than market, you know, I don't even know, like a hardware business. I don't know. I would rather market a fashion business, and I would rather it be my own. So while I'm working for different companies and seeking all of the industry specific type of experience that I need, I am focusing my attention on the things that I need to know for my own business, as well as experience. You know, getting experience from a different business is great because you get that hands-on experience, but you also need to absorb yourself in knowledge so you can really apply yourself as a credible source. When you go into these interviews, you can speak about these forms that you need. You can speak about, you know, how to properly set up your floor plan. If you go into working in a like fast fashion retail environment, you can be like, okay, I'm not a visual, but this should be set up this way to market to our target consumers. You know, this is not how it should be. And if they want a source, here you go right here. You can pull up page 92 and be like, on page 92 it says. Okay, so this is just a credible source, and I think everyone should really take advantage of this. Like, this is some awesome material. Like, I feel like this is my whole program in one book, okay? Except it doesn't give you a degree, but I mean, this is really good. This is awesome. So the form section, like I was saying, it includes sales confirmation, range plan, packaging list, invoice, purchase order, line sheets, and cost sheets. Okay, and it actually shows you and explains how you would go about filling out this form and kind of what the form entails. So it's really awesome because it gives you that hands-on experience, and you can actually download like templates on Google for sales confirmation, you know, forms, FBMs, and you can kind of see how to fill it out. Okay, so that's just one section. You have invoices here and things like that where you can learn. And also Fashionary, like, hashtag, y'all are amazing. Okay, I was considering writing Fashionary and just being like, thank you so much for this, because this is a great this is just everything I need, I'm telling you. So the bottom, they actually have a what is that, QR code, I believe, that you can scan and on your phone, and then you can download this template for free. You can download the template and you can actually pretty much like fill it out yourself, you know. So it's awesome. Okay, they have so many things on this book. I just kind of want to open the book a little bit to show you. Like I said, it was copywritten in 2018, so it is fairly new, but when I tell you this book is a hit. Okay, I'm gonna kind of just go into the context of it. You should get this book to really have some hands-on experience, or if you know somebody that has this book, it's so full of all the information that you would possibly need. So this is a resource and a reference that you should always have. Okay, you can always go back and reference to it. So some of the things that it has in the contents is the branding direction, product development, wholesaling, like what? Marketing, retailing, starting your own brands, honey, form section. And then it has an introduction and everything like that. Some of the things that it includes is for the branding direction, it includes, I'm just going to read some of them, the most important things about branding, 8 elements to build your own brand, how to define your customers, how to analyze your brand, how to set a tone. Okay, you need to know what tone that you're going to be setting before you release your brand. You need to know what focus. You need to know your target consumers. You need to know your market. You need to optimize your search engine optimization, your SEOs. You need to figure all of that stuff out. Also, your name is very important, so you need to figure all of that out before, and we'll go into more detail as we progress in this series, but this is just kind of the beginning for like a user manual that we will be using. So for product development, it goes into the raw sources and the raw materials that you may be using. Famous materials all over the world that include cotton, wool, synthetic, leather, fur, and it tells you kind of which part. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, it tells you which part of the fur or of the leather to properly use, which part is the more expensive part, where can you find this, what sources and materials are going to be less expensive for your entry-level fashion brand marketing, and things like that. It also says a label guide, price tag guide, countries of origin, and it goes into all the forms of dollar or yen or euro, and the kind of exchange so that you would need as well. For wholesaling, 10 ways to get paid quicker, honey. Who wouldn't want to get paid quicker? Distribution, license, and franchise. For marketing, oh, I'm so excited for this section, guys. Like I just said, the basics of SEO, putting on a show, working with models, working with industry professionals, selecting a PR agency, 10 tips for better email marketing, getting more shares, when to properly post on Instagram, on your social media sites. Retailing, it says ways to sell short term. Do you believe in feng shui? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So I'm guessing in this section here, it's gonna talk about how to properly, you know, maintain a store, how to properly build that store based off feng shui. And of course, if you believe in feng shui, then it'll appeal to you. Also, if you don't really believe in feng shui, I feel like feng shui comes to us and we really don't know it or recognize it or know the understanding of it. So that is an awesome part. I can't wait to get to that section. Also, should you offer free returns? Just little questions like this that kind of go through my head as a business owner. I'm like, wait, how would I do that? Or wait, does this make sense? Or should I? And I don't really want to fail in doing it. You know, sometimes you will fail and things like that, and that's totally a part of life. But to have a reference like this makes you 10 times more profitable and 10 times less likely to fail, because if you use your reference and you use your resources, then, I mean, you should know, you know? So going through trial and error, people have gone through trial and error for millennials now. So to have a reference and a resource like this to kind of go to before you get really, really big in your fashion industry or in your industry specific, you can kind of use a reference like this, okay? Starting your own brand, which is kind of what we're doing with this series, naming your business, like I said, setting a budget, pitching to potential investors. This is what I need. Controlling your cash flow, trademark, copyright, and patents. Abbreviations that you need to know about in the fashion industry, okay? And like I said, the form section. And they end with good luck. And then they also end with a reference sheet. So when I tell you, like, this book, The Basics of SEO, working with models, working with showrooms, joining, how to package your products. Like, look at this. How to package your products. This is great for e-commerce, fashion businesses. Mine is not specifically e-commerce right now, but it will kind of go into that gear. I really do want to excel to a global market and kind of want to feed into that, but I had to build my market here, of course, before I do that. But I just want to know all the proper ways to do that. So this is a great book for that. Also, let's see here, what else? I mean, fabrics, correct flat plans. This goes into like the furs and things that you would use. If you would use that on your designs and things like that. Synthetic materials, cotton, where to source your materials at. Wholesaling is really important to the fashion industry because you need a wholesaler to distribute. For example, like this book right here was printed in China. So it came from China, but the Fashionary, correct me if I'm wrong, the Fashionary business is in the UK, but they have a wholesaler in China who prints these books and things like that, and they also have other materials. If you go on their site, I'll link it down below so you guys can see what other things that they have to sell that will possibly benefit you in your fashion business. So yeah, you guys, as we progress with this series, I'm super excited. I'll be cracking this book open. I'm gonna start this book tonight. I'm so excited about it, and as we progress with this how to start your own fashion business series, we will be using this as our user manual. So get this today. On the back it just says Fashionary. Look how cute that is. And it comes with like this little tag so you know where your spot is. Like I said, it came with a bookmark. It came with a little personalized note from the fashion team, from the Fashionary team. And yeah, it's just, oh, this right here. Please, please, please turn on your notification bell, you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because like I said, as we go on with this series, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have this book in hand so you can reference it as I'm speaking. And also as you're watching the video, you can reference to the book like I am as well, okay? But this is our official textbook of this series, okay? And this series will be going on through the dynamics of the book. So we'll be covering all the materials that the book covers, okay? Also, I did want to mention one thing about this book. If you're kind of concerned with how credible this book is, and you're kind of like, well, how do they know? Like, I haven't even heard of the Fashionary, or how did they get their start, or I don't know if I should trust buying that. That's kind of the thing that kind of scared me a little bit, because I was just like, should I trust this business to help me with my business? Like, what if they steer me the wrong way? What if they give me the wrong tools? You know, things like that. But in the back, I want to pull it up. They have their references, all the websites that they used, all the books that they also used. So what I'm personally gonna do, and you can totally do this as well, I'm definitely gonna start looking at the books that they reference, and I'm gonna start purchasing these books for myself. So one specific book that I'm gonna purchase is Mastering Fashion Marketing by Tim Jackson and David Shaw. And I'm gonna get that book because not only is it what I'm interested in and what I'm going for and things like that, but it's a book that they use to reference this book. If they got those things from that book, that information from that book, and all the rest of these books for that matter, and those websites as well, this makes this source so credible. Okay, and I'm so happy that they listed their references in the back, because you know, references are really important. If you don't have references, then your source is not credible. Okay, and to make themselves more credible, and to also just make this purchase just well worth it, I was so ecstatic to see that reference list in the back of this book. Okay. Just talking prices, I did order this off of Instagram. It's trending right now. If you guys kind of have like that fashion forward, fashion focused Instagram, you might see this scrolling around. And I think it was like $40, maybe like $40, $42, and then you pay, I think, $7.99 for shipping. So you're gonna pay almost over $50, or like close to $50 for the entire thing. But when I tell you, like, this, considering like how much did you pay for textbooks in college and in grad school, this is like the cheapest book that I've ever gotten. Okay, I'm not talking about renting books like off of check. I'm talking about like purchasing books. This is the cheapest book that I've ever gotten, and I feel like it's going to be the most substantial. So that $50 is definitely going to be well worth your money. It's definitely going to be well worth your buy. And yeah, I just can't wait to crack open this book. So I just kind of want to make this intro video to our new series that we have going on this channel, how to start your own fashion business. And if you guys are as serious and as motivated as I am to starting your own fashion business and making it profitable and making it global and things like that, appealing to all these different important markets, then please tune in, you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that noto bell, guys, because we're going to be progressing in this book, and I just can't wait to share all the information that I am seeking. Just to have a credible source like this, it just gets me so excited. Knowledge is power, guys. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is what's going to help you excel, okay? And if you don't have knowledge, then I'm sorry, you don't have anything. Even if you have all this money in the world, and you don't have knowledge, you don't have anything. Like, how are you gonna live? You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode with Vogue a la mode, and thank you guys for watching episode number 1 in the series, How to Start Your Own Fashion Business.